National Rifle Association and Its Influence. By Aubrey Larner. Union veterans Colonel William C. Church and General George Wingate formed the National Rifle Association in 1871. The purpose of the NRA. 1. To protect and defend the Constitution of the United States, especially with reference to the inalienable right of the individual American citizen guaranteed by such Constitution to acquire, possess, collect, exhibit, transport, carry, transfer ownership of, and enjoy the right to use arms, in order that the people may always be in a position to exercise their legitimate individual rights of self-preservation and defense of family, person, and property, as well as to serve effectively in the appropriate militia for the common defense of the Republic and the individual liberty of its citizens. Another purpose of the NRA is to promote public safety, law and order, and the national defense. A third purpose of the NRA is to train members of law enforcement agencies, the armed forces, the militia, and people of good repute in marksmanship and in the safe handling and efficient use of small arms. 4. To foster and promote the shooting sports, including the advancement of amateur competitions in marksmanship at the local, state, regional, national, and international levels. The last purpose of the NRA is to promote hunter safety, and to promote and defend hunting as a shooting sport and as a viable and necessary method of fostering the propagation, growth and conservation, and wise use of our renewable wildlife resources. As you can see, all of these purposes have to do with the protection of our rights as citizens to own and use guns as we please, as long as we use them responsibly and legally. The first president of the NRA was General Ambrose Burnside. Burnside was a former governor of Rhode Island. He was also a U.S. Senator. I think you should grow a mustache like he had growing. The current vice president and CEO of the NRA is Wayne Robert LePierre Jr. NRA memberships cost $35 a year, or you can get a life membership that costs $1,000. Some discounts are given to juniors, disabled veterans, and seniors. Many benefits come along with the membership in the NRA. Some are 24/7 defense of your gun rights, your choice of magazine, an official membership card and decal, and the $7,500 no-cost gun owner protection plan insurance. The NRA has about 5 million members, while about 90 million people own guns in the US, so that means about 85 million people are free riders. So a type of benefit that is enjoyed without paying into it would be a 24/7 defense of our right to own a gun. Often interest groups try to get a court case ruled in their favor, so they submit amicus curiae briefs. Amicus curiae is a Latin term that means friend of the court. Interest groups submit information to sway the court in one way or another. Often these cases pertain directly to gun cases. Most of the time, these briefs do have a great influence on the outcome. The NRA submitted an amicus curiae brief in the case DCV. Helen. As I said before, the NRA submitted an amicus curiae brief because this case pertains to our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. The brief suggested that the DC bans on handguns within the home violates the Second Amendment because having a firearm within the home and using them for self-defense is legal. The amicus curiae brief in the case Beard v. United States also has to do with the fact that citizens have the right to own weapons to defend themselves when they're attacked. The outcome of this case after they submitted their brief was that we, the people, have the right to keep and bear arms in our home or place of business. The NRA used its influence in Florida to get legislation passed. This is an example of a way that the NRA lobbies to get legislation passed that concerns guns rights. As you can see, the NRA does submit a large amount of briefs, mainly to get the outcome they want. The NRA has spent 10 times more money to lobby Congress than pro-regulation groups. The more you spend, the more likely you are going to get your cause to spread. The NRA supports candidates that support their cause. For example, Donald Trump supported gun rights, so the NRA supported him. These are some of the candidates that the NRA opposed. Most got nominated, but some did not. The Institute for Legislative Action (ILA) is the lobbying organization for the NRA. This organization is the party's PAC, which helps raise money. The money raised goes towards candidates and to lobby things they want changed. In 2013, the National Rifle Association collected nearly $350 million in revenue. The majority of this money is spent on initiatives such as newsletters, sports events, and gun safety and education programs. Dear Mr. Long, I think you are one of my favorite teachers. You make school not suck as much. I'm going to miss not having you as a teacher anymore. P.S. You definitely dyed your hair, because you're no longer all grey. These are my works cited, even though I know you won't look at them. I just need the points.